Okay, now that I'm back, I'm going to show you guys. Oh, by the way, welcome to part 5, I believe. This should be the 5th video, yeah. So now that I'm back, I'm going to show you guys how to do these Thought Shards for raising animals. And I also do want to fix the mood for some of these disciples if I can. I see that some of them have eating uncooked food, which is there for pretty obvious reasons. So I'm going to have a chef create some food, and then I'm going to have some guys craft. My main thing that I want to craft is sacred talismans, so the crafting level doesn't really matter too much for that. So I'm going to have these guys craft and then switch this guy from a chef, even though he's a better crafter, just because I really need to make some dry meat. And in the last video I disabled my Sect mill, so let me also turn this off. These are all things that were selected from my Sect mill. You know, I thought that I had enough resources to have a Sect mill, but I don't. And a Sect mill is pretty much just like an automated mill that will happen throughout the days. Like every day it will create enough food for each disciple to eat. You can make like a fine meal or a lavish meal or a simple meal, and then that will pretty much handle food. However, I do not have my lotus root farms established yet, so I'm just not able to do a Sect mill right now. However, once that lotus root starts to grow like really nicely, then it's pretty much gonna be easy. So let's move forward with handling these thought shards now that I have some guy allocated to create dry meat, so that this guy can continue the foundation training. So for this tiger, I want him to be 7 slaughtering sword, so let me double check that just to know what stats I want to have. First of all, let me go over to my cell sheet where I have all of the thought shards. So right here in my cell sheet, and you can also find this in the body cultivation resource, I have a list of all of the thought shards. So each thought shard can give your disciple different bonuses, and sometimes these thoughts, or for the most part, these thought shards will like give something and then take away something. So you kind of just gotta like figure out like which ones you want to take and which negative effects are worth it or don't even matter to you. So as far as blue thought shards, I try to get bonuses and the stats that I want for the law that I'm practicing. And then I pretty much just ignore the resistances because I'm not trying to min-max all my resistances. And with damage reduction and how damage reduction works in the game, the increased damage that you'll be taking from certain elements becomes like pretty much negligent, because you're reducing the damage and then you're taking like really like not even like 10% of the total damage that you would be taking based on your barrier power. So I'm not too worried about avoiding resistances. I would be worried about it if I was planning to make like a really perfect disciple. However, I'm just trying to make someone that can be a good law match with 7 slaughtering sword. And then as far as the green ones, they have a lot of different funky bonuses that you kind of should look into if you're thinking about like raising the Yaogui for a specific purpose. However, for the most part, like unless you're trying to make like the best disciple you ever made, then you don't really need to worry too much about this, but like definitely consider some things that could be good. And they really give like bonuses that increase like stat caps. So these green shards are pretty much the reason why my one cultivator started off with like 18 artifact crafting, more than likely, if I had to guess, just based on what I'm seeing. So like for example, this one increases mental state stability, this one reduces learning speed, but it also increases their chi sense and artisanry. So it's all like a give and take. So as far as the green ones, I don't really try super hard in terms of like which ones I want. However, I will point out some ones that I like. I like Chi of Genesis, just because this has like a bonus and so many different things. I like Door for outer disciples because it increases construction. I like Field because that increases farming. And I like pants because that increases crafting, and then of course clothing, that's good. I like walls since that increases construction, and I just remember this over time. And then right here, these are ones that I kind of try to avoid because they reduce law compatibility. And then I also like treasures since that increases in magic crafting. But in general, for the green, oh, I also like trees since that increases formation cap and farming. But as far as the green ones go, I'm not too worried about it. But the red ones are pretty much my favorite thought shards, and there's a lot of key ones that I look out for when I'm playing the game. And let's see, I could hover over here and minimize this. So right here you can see that the red thought shards are the ones that are like the first in the line. So as you can see, like you can see Hearing Thunder at the top. So these are thought shards that I really pay attention to. So like Hearing Thunder, this increases learning speed, which is really good, and Hearing Earthquake increases cultivation speed. So I'm always down to get those. Climbing, this is the one that I definitely want to avoid unless I'm working with a body cultivator, because this adds a secret body slot, but it reduces cultivation speed, which is pretty bad for cultivators. Like insanely bad for cultivators. Watching Fly, this increases adventure speed, so that's really good. Sightseeing, I love this one. This one reduces the amount of adventures that you need to unlock like side locations, which is really good. All of these will increase compatibility with the law. So for my tiger, I'll be looking for the one that increases the metal law compatibility, which is facing west. And then for my cats, I'll be looking for the one that increases the earth law compatibility, which is facing down. So I know to look for that. And then smelling soil, I know that increases cultivation speed. And then pretty much like watching train, that increases movement speed. And then watching Fly also increases movement speed, so that's something that I look for. And then hunting is a big one that increases movement speed, and movement speed is really important for your cultivators. So pretty much I just go off of that list, and then I have my favorites. As far as the blue ones, I just go for like certain stats, and then for the red ones I go for like certain bonuses that are like just make life easier. And then this column right here signifies which items you have to observe with your animals, because animals, they can get these thought shards forcibly by you having them like observe our items. So if I want to get hunting, then I have them like observe this bow, and then they'll get like a piece of a hunting thought shard, and you need 3 to make like a full thought. So there's just different ways that you can unlock these thoughts and make it easier to get these for your Yaogui. And then as far as the blue one goes, there's a manual that will unlock different spells that you can use to unlock these thought shards, which I probably should buy if I didn't. And that manual is called Chant of Phenomena. So let me search that up to see if I have it, and I don't. So you can get that from most sects, but I usually get it from Mount Shu. That's usually where I buy it from, but I don't really have money right now. I'm not too worried about getting that right now, so let's move forward with these thought shards. Right now, I'm going to try my best to do the thought shards. However, because this is just my first generation, I really do this like very carelessly. For the most part, I just try to get, because you need a rationality, realization, and perception, which is green, red, and blue, or red, green, and blue, respectively. So I just go like, okay, I just need 2 reds, 2 greens, and then I just need to observe something to get the 3rd one, and the same with the blues. Like I'm just trying to get them to be able to become a cultivator while having like things that I like. So for the first one, you kind of just like look around and see which one you want to go for. I do see hunting, so I'm just going to scroll down and just like pick the ones that I really like, that I see. So hunting, clothing, field, hunting twice, which is really good. And then for the blue ones, I know I'm doing a cat. So these guys pretty much already have really good law match to Sunflower, but they could probably use a little bit more intelligence. Like this guy's 5 int, and this law requires, I don't even know how much intelligence they require. Let's see. I'm gonna search in the wiki. Okay, so it requires 6 intelligence. However, it's just so close that it doesn't really matter, because once they're a cultivator, I can increase their stats. Like 5 is good enough. So for cast, like if I'm going to make them a sunflower disciple, then I'll just pick any blue that just works. But casts do lack in con, and they lack in luck. So you want to increase their con and luck so that you can get the potential to get all 10 stats if you want to make like a cultivator that can just easily have all 10 stats. However, right now I already see what I want to do with this cat and how I could make them a cultivator in a really fast way because I got lucky. So right here I have 2 hunting thoughts, or whatever you want to call it, so I have 2 hunting thought shards. So I can just observe this bow to have 3. So that's nice. So I already have my red thought shard figured out. And then as you can see, they already have 3 thoughts for a bit of phrase. So I can already think that one. So let me just memorize this so that you guys can see what it looks like. So when you have 3, then you get this extra button where you can think. So I'm good on blue and I'm good on red already on this guy, which is great. So now I just have to find 2 greens that I know I can get easily, that I also like or am not annoyed about. So I just kind of go down and see which ones have duplicates. So fence, snow, men, weeds, autumn, moon, flowers, men. I like this thought shard right here. So I'll just do men twice, and then I do like wall, and then I like myself. However, I can only remember 10. But because I was just showing you guys what that looks like. Wait, there was another wall. I just saw it. I just saw another wall. Okay, it's right here. But because I was showing you guys what this already looks like just in the UI, I kind of messed up and I didn't have to add those other 2 thought shards to my memories list, because the memories is just like a list of thought shards that you have saved up that you can use for further iterations. And this number right here represents when you would eventually forget these memories based on how many times you think. And also, if there's like a case where you don't have any thoughts that you want to like make into complete ones, then you can just think nothing basically and just consume up like a iteration so that you'll start to accumulate different thought shards. However, I am pretty much perfect on this one. I've got really lucky. So I have 2 hunting thought shards and I have some bows obviously, so I can use those to get the 3rd one. And then I have 2 men thought shards and I have 2 wall thought shards. So then I have these 2 as options, and then I already have the blue one. So this guy pretty much just needs to think, and then I'm just ready to make them a cultivator like instantly, which is nice. But I will recognize that I strayed from my main point, which was this tiger. So this tiger is planning to cultivate SSS, and SSS needs 7 perception, 7 con, and 4 luck. So as you can see, this tiger is at 10 out of 7, 6 out of 7. That can be increased, which is fine. And then the luck is 2. So I definitely want to go for thought shards that increase luck for the blue ones for this tiger, so that I can make them closer to 7 slaughtering swords requirements. So that would be my only thing with this guy. But besides that, same thing. I don't see anything that I really like. Daydreaming, this increases cheese, and then this increases movement speed. I just remember that. And watching dressing, no, I don't really want that one. Was delighted. Okay, this one increases luck by 1, which is something that I would like. And then watching fly is nice. So yeah, you don't always get lucky with this. So let me just go down and see if there are any duplicates. A bit happy, a bit anxious, restless, desire. I like to say it because then it just makes it easier for me to remember like if I said this or not. So like I remember saying a bit happy, so I know that there's another one up here. Desire, yearning, a bit ticked off, distraught, angry. But he already has angry, so that's why this check is here. This is good if you just want to like fill up a blue spot without like getting something that has a negative effect. However, I won't be doing that. So now I'll just focus on green, myself, moon, winter, thunder, treasures, fences. So treasures is one. So I'll just go for treasures since I have 2. And then I remember myself was also 1. And for myself, you just have to like look at a water bot. And pans. Okay. So right now, okay, and then I have watching, dressing. I have 2 watching, dressing thought shards, so I actually do want to remove one of these and then use that one instead. So I think I'll go with removing daydreaming and maybe delighted. No, that gives 1 look, so I'll keep that. Watching train is pretty good, but it's not super important. Hard decision. I definitely want to keep delighted for sure. And treasure is pretty good too. I guess I'll just take away this one because the bonus isn't like super good. It's only 0.1 to each stat, so let's remove this one and then get that other watching, dressing in here. Let's see, watching. Oh, I messed up. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So I have 2 watching, dressing thought shards already, and I don't have anything that I can use to think with. So I'll need to observe a dresser to get the 3rd thought shard, basically. And I know that because I've just been playing this game for a long time. But for the most part, you want to be able to like look at one of these and figure it out. So I would go down and say, oh wow, I have like 2 watching, dressing. What do I need to observe to get the 3rd one? I need a dressing table. And you can only get 1 thought shard this way. So that's why you need to get 2 and then just create for the, and then just observe for the other one. And there's a bug where you can observe something even though it's not even built. So I do abuse that bug. So I'll just have this dressing table and then I'll observe, and as you can see they have 29 shards, but they're sleeping, and these animals, they sleep for a really long time, so I'm just gonna focus on that later. So let's move forward with the second tiger. I don't really care about what this guy has. I don't even know what I'm going to use them for, but I'm seeing a lot of green and blue, but I'll just start off with the red ones again because that's the one that I know the most. Recalling, I love that one. It increases like how much they recover chi. And then watching, eating, dreaming. And then I have 2 a bit anxious ones already, which will increase charisma, which is cool. And then Chi of Genesis is right here. That's the one that I like. And then I have 2 men. 2 men thought shards. And then stars is pretty interesting. So I already have a red, a blue, and I have a green pretty much ready. So this guy is like hopefully ready soon. I don't want to do stars because they already have stars, and then I'll just do clothing. So let's see which one is probably better for cultivation. Recalling is obviously the best one, so let's see if there's a way that I can get this, because I actually don't know how I can get this one. If I go and see where it's at, a grave. Okay, recalling, you have to observe a grave. That makes sense. So same thing. I'm just going to build a grave, quote unquote, and then have them observe that, and then I'll come back to them whenever they're ready. So let me also work on this second cat. Defecating, delighted, smelling rain, daydreaming, smelling burn, smelling rotten, smelling sweet, smelling incense. I don't want that. Hunting, my favorite. Watching, dressing is also really good. And then they already have this luck thought shard, which is great. So I already have a blue, and then I already have a red because I just have to observe the dresser. And then what's the green one that I want to go for? I saw trees twice, so I'll probably go for that. If I don't get something other than if I don't get another chip Genesis. So this cat is also like 90% done pretty much, which is really nice. So I've delighted, and then after they finish thinking this one, which takes like 500 seconds, I'll be able to get this one instantly, and then I just have to worry about which green one I want, and then I can make them a cultivator or a disciple. And as you can see, their stamina is pretty much capped out. Yeah, this one has max stamina, so it really doesn't take that long to get the stamina up. So as far as this turtle, I do want this turtle to be a sub-spirit former, so I do want to be more intentional with this guy. However, I haven't practiced with sub-spirit, so I really need to do some research on this one. So I know that I want protect and I want recalling, because recalling will increase the chi recovery speed by a lot. So right now this is just me learning in front of you guys. So for protect, I want treasures and I want spring wall. Okay, so it's really the green shards that will add protect, so I want to focus on those green shards, and then the red shards should pretty much be whatever besides recalling. So I know what I want now. There we go, recalling. Okay, got 2 recalling, that's exactly what I wanted. And then I want to go for the green shards that add protect. So let's just go down here and just check out these green ones. No, that's not protect. So this one increases cooking and constitution, which could be good. So I might just learn that just as a first thing. Rain, wind. Let's double check to see exactly which ones increase protect. Wall, Chi of Genesis, spring, and treasures. Okay, that should be fairly easy to remember. And then I also want this guy to be a primordial symbols cultivator. So I'll just check again. I don't think my turtle will have any problem reaching these stats, because they have 10 perception because they're a cage animal. So I'll probably just have to increase their charisma, because turtles have really good intelligence also. Yeah, their charisma is horrible. I don't even know if I can get that to 4, so I might just say whatever for that. But let's see if there are any blue shards that will increase charisma. Nope, a bit afraid. Okay, there we go, a bit anxious. I have 2 of these that increase charisma, which is nice. And then facing west. This increases learning speed, so I'll just have this here. And then I'll be learning food. And then I have 2 winds. Right now I'm just getting lazy, so I'm just gonna do it like this. So they have a green one loaded. And then let's check out this beer. I mean, they only have 23 out of 40 thought shards, so I would have to get really lucky to have like all of them ready. Watching, dressing, sightseeing is really good. I like that one. And then recalling, that's probably one of my favorites. And then wall, geogenesis. I think I'm just have to wait a little bit longer because this pretty much looks not too good. Afraid, a bit afraid, angry, distraught, and ecstatic. I like ecstatic because they get look. So I'm gonna let this guy get some more thought shards. As you can see, these 2 tigers still need thinking because they've been sleeping. There's no way to like stop an animal from sleeping, so that's annoying. So I just have to deal with that. But besides that, these cats are good. And then this guy is in a bad mood because he's eating uncooked food. Pretty much everyone's in a bad mood from eating uncooked food, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. And besides that, this guy, okay, so this is cool and this is cool. So let's move forward. Yeah, all of my cultivators are going to be like, all of my disciples are pretty much going to be in a bad mood because I'm just waiting to craft this meat. So let's also make sure that my chef is going to go. Okay, so my chef right here is Niguang, and they're in a bad mood, so they're definitely not going to do that. So I'm going to change this guy to chef since they're not in a bad mood yet. Like, it just sucks. So let's cancel their actions and make sure they make this meat for everyone else. That definitely has to come first. And now mile 4, you can do this breakthrough. Where's mile 3 at? I see you playing around. No. We don't have this mod set to because he's at 74. Okay, so it's set to have them cultivate at 80 mental state. I'm just being impatient. And then this guy is already in the breakthrough. So all of these guys are in the breakthroughs. This guy's burning down the kitchen. Let's see if I can get this guy's mood back up. So they're mad because they're eating uncooked food and they slept out in the wilderness. So let's have them eat some cooked food. Hopefully when they wake up, they'll start to have their mood be fixed and then just become better. So mile 4 reached their limit. Oh. Okay, so these animals woke up. So let's go here. As you can see, since I observed watching the dresser, I got this thought shard. And as you can see, it's not self-generated. So that means that that's a thought shard that I got from like having them observe something. And I can only have one of those. So that's what I was talking about. And it's the same situation with this guy. As you can see, I have recalling. So now I don't have any animals that need thinking, so we're all good on that side. I just have to make sure that the temperature is good for these guys. And now I'm just going to keep going forward and hoping this guy gets his mood back. Let's see where we at. Okay, so his mood is recovering a little bit. Okay, that's nice. So they're still being annoying though. Yeah, a strange gloomy mood for sure. This guy's a 72 mental state, but they're already ready to push to the final breakthrough, so I'll just do this. And then this guy looks like they failed a couple of breakthroughs, which is cool because we're not playing with the rush. We're not rushing. And then this guy right here failed a breakthrough too. The only annoying part about like consistently failing breakthroughs is how long these breakthroughs can take, which varies based on the law. And then when you get invaders and you're like, my guy's busy breaking through, so they can't even defend the Sect. So they just passed the first time. That would be nice. Oh, this is an unearthing artifact, random event. So this right here actually will give you a legacy artifact, because it says drastic changes in the earth and sky. So when you have that, then you have like a 5% chance to get a legacy artifact. However, I do have a mod that makes it like 100% chance to get a legacy artifact from this event, but I'm just not going to get that right now. But yeah, that mod is pretty overpowered for that one. And since I'm on day 19, I know the merchant comes around like day 20, day 21. So I'm gonna start opening up some of these decomposed bodies so that I can get some weapons that I can trade to the merchant. And the event that like I just really need stuff to trade. So I'm also gonna open up these boxes and pretty much just everything. This is gonna suck for my cultivators that are cultivating though, because they're gonna start opening these boxes also. But for my guys that are already doing a breakthrough, then they should be good. So I got fabric, the 60 spirit stone, gray stone. In this game mode, the merchant will just buy anything from you pretty much, so I'll pretty much be good for all these items that I'm open to like sell them to the merchant and make some good spirit stone. So that's why I like the ancient battlefield map, because you have all of those boxes and decomposed bodies that you open for like things to sell for to the merchant, so it's like one less thing that you have to think about. And you can also trade the weapons that you get to sects. So if I really wanted to like buy a lot of things, then I could. And it definitely was not necessarily for me to create those spirit wood bows, because there's just so many bows that I can get from the decomposed bodies. Speaking of spirit wood, let me just double check that. I'm getting blown up with pop-ups. Okay, so this guy must have failed the breakthrough again. Let's put him over here. And then this guy, has been really failing breakthroughs. No one is off the hook. Did you fail your breakthrough? Yep. Yeah, this is getting sad. Like, even on the hardest difficulty, I do not fail breakthroughs this much. It's just because my array sucks, honestly. Like, completely. And then this guy just needs to get to the next point. So as you can see, I have a lot of fabric. I just had a disciple come visit my sect, which is interesting. So when a disciple visits your sect, you want to kind of see like if they belong to a sect, and this guy doesn't belong to a sect, so I don't have to be like super nice to them. I can just like let them just be here, pretty much. Or I can convince them to join my sect, which might not be a bad idea. But I think I'm just gonna leave them here. Let's see, can I persuade them? Okay, a little 20% chance. They're cheese shaper though, so I'm not really worried about it. So for these disciples, you can like see what their laws are if they're not like super strong ones, and just see like if you want any of these manuals. And I do not want any of the manuals that they have right now, so I'm definitely not going to put an effort to invite them. That's the only bad thing about opening these boxes, is that the inner disciples will join in on doing that, so that can take up a lot of their time. So just make sure you're comfortable with that when you start to open up these things. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of good weapons and a lot of good fabric. And this is like an amount that you could never even dream of getting on the other maps. So trust me when I say Ancient Battlefield is the best map. What about the ginkgo trees? Who cares? I have a ginkgo tree. I don't care about that. That's just not on my agenda. So yeah, you can have more ginkgo trees that can just be rich. So I have like all of these oodles of items which I can trade to the merchant once they come. Okay, let's see, where are my cultivators at? Mile 2. Okay, they're about to finally cultivate. That was another unearthing artifact one. Let's see what that was. Okay, so you see, this is the regular one, so it's like just a beacon of light. And then this one is drastic changes. I don't even... Okay, so as you can see, yeah, it says I need to have a temperature tolerance of negative 150 degrees Celsius. So I don't even think that any of my cultivators are there yet. Yeah, they're not even there. So I'm just not going to worry about that. Even though that if you're playing like late game, that's a really good one to get for the legacy artifact. So now that this guy has already reached the peak of core shaping and they're ready to become golden core, and you know that because this message, this breakthrough interface is different from the other one. So you can see it says core form and then has estimated, and then like if you're on vanilla, then it would tell you how much of a golden core they're expected to get. Then it has all these bonuses that you need to max out. So pretty much you just need to increase their match chi and their mental state. And then these other guys, you can see it has success chance. So there's different signs that you can see to the point where like you don't mess up and make a mistake and do a golden core breakthrough when you don't want to. But now that this guy has nothing to do besides prepare for the golden core breakthrough, I'm gonna have them travel and do some adventuring now, because I want them to unlock the stone casket. And then maybe do the rebuilding agency event too, since that's really good. Let's see what else. Gonna do some last minute opening of more boxes. However, it is kind of getting annoying to me, but it's whatever. You just have to go through 1,000 pop-ups, but it's like It's worth it. I promise it's worth it. Also, as I mentioned, on day like 10 to 11, the sect items are going to change. So I'm just watching this and making sure that I'm able to catch that, because that's just something that I always try to catch just out of habit. Because I want the sects to pretty much, you know, sell me some good items. So that's probably like the main thing that I'll be save scumming during this gameplay. And then I'll just leave everything else up to chance. Oh, I guess not. I tried too hard. I just let it hit day 21. I didn't save, and I'm just, let's see. Let me see if it's worth the effort. Yeah, my save file is way too far back. Okay, so it's day 21. Let's see what these sects are selling. Chi fasting pill. That's cool. Oh, summer herb. This is really important, so you can get a different formation manual, and this also increases the disciples' temperature tolerance. So I might actually want to get the full 25, even though I don't have 25 disciples. Let's not trade the bows because I made those bows, or I don't know which bows they are. But I'll trade all of these items. Actually, I'll just wait until the merchant comes, because I can just trade these items for spirit stone, and then trade the spirit stone for these items. Let's see. I like this. I like this too. This is going to increase artifact power. This one increases mental state by a little bit. Overall, I would say that this is, it's not good, but it's not the worst, because I did get the summer herb. I would prefer a winter herb, because you need to unlock one of the locations in Ebb and Flow of Bold to get a different formation manual, and to unlock it you need to have consumed the summer and winter herb. But that's whatever. So I'm just gonna take that loss, because I don't really want to like go all the way back just for that one pull, and I'm not really in a rush. Oh, I didn't even check to see if that guy was at that breakthrough. Well, I didn't even check to see if that guy was at Golden Core stage or not, so that would have been bad if they were like ready to become a Golden Core. Then I definitely would have had to go back. Let's see, this guy, he finally broke it through. And then this guy is practicing. What are you doing? Okay, it looks like we're pretty much good. So now that it's day 21, I'm pretty much just waiting for the merchant to come, since I know that the merchant does come on day 21. So for this one, I want to ask for the casket. I don't want to do rebuild agency yet, because that just unlocks the agency, and agencies are really good for getting inspiration. However, I need the casket like now more than I need an agency now, so I'll just get that later. And then I just got to return to Taiyi, which is where I would unlock those other Taiyi laws, which are these right here. So then I can push forward to getting that rep, and I can also push forward to doing like so many different things with the other laws, and also get those manuals that I need for the Golden Core breakthrough. Also, I need the Stone Casket because it will allow me to learn the spiritual traveling talisman, and I can use that talisman to travel to different locations faster. Where's this guy at? Okay, they're moving a little bit slow, so let me put them on mind. Same with this guy. Okay, so Mao 2 is back. So let's start off by having this guy open this casket. Where's my reward spot? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so let's open the stone casket. So as you can see, I got some pretty good items. So when you get the stone casket, the most important thing is this right here, because you unlock some talismans that will allow you to travel to different locations and unlock different locations faster, which are spiritual traveling and forestier talisman. And then you also get the talisman of fasting and chi absorption, which can make your outer disciples like better workers because they're like eating less. And then you also get this right here, which will unlock the place where you'll unlock a talisman that gives you really good mental state called Divinity Mind Talisman. So that's really important. And to get that, you need 0 condemnation. So it's really important to get that, because then that's pretty much the only reason why you will make sure that your disciples don't have any condemnation. So you just want to knock that out of the way. Just pick up that talisman, so then you could not worry too much about condemnation from then on. And then this just includes some like pill recipes, which I don't really get too much into, even though I do alchemy in some of my runs. So for this one, I can store it, which will add it to my manual pavilion, which is basically my library. So once I store it, then it's in my library. Okay, what is this trade? They want my crimson fruit for ultra essence. I don't really want this trade. Actually, I do want this trade, because the ultra essence. So these items are pretty much the same. However, a crimson fruit is fire element, and the ultra essence is earth element, I believe. Yeah, it's earth element, and I want to use that for my cultivation array. And I am training up earth cultivators, which means that they're better. They train better with fire cultivation items. However, I just don't want to make my array out of fire cultivation items, so I think I will take this trade. I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, I want this trade. So then the merchant arrived, and I have this right here, which I can use for my array. So this is going to drastically increase the elemental composition of my array, so I have to implement that as soon as possible. And then I have the merchant. So once the merchant comes, you click trade, and then some guy will come to trade to them. And then if you go to work, like whoever has like none or like peon will probably be the one that talks to the merchant. So let's see. If I hit trade, let's see which disciple goes to them. Also, since this disciple is back, I'll have them go collect the Taiyi laws. So this return to Taiyi event is where I will get the other 4 laws that we could have selected in character selection, which is really nice. However, I do think I probably should make a spiritual traveling talisman first. So because this disciple is the first one to pretty much be ready to go for golden core, I'm just going to have them be the talisman crafter for now until I get a better talisman crafter. Let's see who traded them. Yep, as you can see, the Tiger Hu Ya is the one that traded the merchant. So it's pretty much any disciple that doesn't have a job is going to be the first one to trade the merchant. So for the merchant, the main thing you want to get is 1 Firecracker, because there's an event where you can pretty much get rich off of. It's called the Spring Festival minion, and you need 1 Firecracker to get the rewards from that event. So that's really important. And then you pretty much just want to like look around at other things to see if you want them, but for the most part, the merchant's prices are really overpriced, so you don't really want to get those. And then you just want to get like Spirit Stone, and pretty much just like as much Spirit Stone as you can possibly get through trading items. However, I do need to make trade areas because my disciples definitely did not move any of these items over. So let's create a trade area for that. And then these items can also be sold. And then I'll do a trade area for that. So right now I'm thinking I don't want to make a mistake and sell an item that I can give to a sect, because I can use that for favor. So the first thing I'm going to do is check all of these things just to double check. Let's see if I have any of these items. I have a marble block, so I'm gonna give them that so I can get connection. Do I have tiger hide? No. Okay, I already gifted them an item. Rubbish and fine mill. I just had the mill, but I lost that. Pear and goldwood timber. Looks like I don't have any of those. Winter pants and marble block. Those are the ones that I probably have. So let's see. Nope, I don't have winter pants. So let's just give them a marble block. Boar meat, I just had that. Ice crystal ore. I'm pretty sure I have at least one ice crystal ore. You pretty much just want to like build up connection with these guys by giving them the favors of the sect leader, which you could learn by doing a social mini game, and then like you can kill the sect leader to get a new sect leader that would have new favors. Purity leaf, I think I have some of those. Let's see. Nope. I thought I had some of those. Everyone needs a fine mill. Maybe that's why I was making those. Maybe I just forgot my own plan. They want a sun pill. Okay, so now that all the favors are done, let's trade the merchant again. Because I didn't want to sell an item that I could have given to someone to get connection. So definitely want to get the Firecracker. You only need one because when you do the event with the Firecracker, the chest that you get contains like so many more Firecrackers. So don't worry about like buying all of the Firecrackers. You really just need one. Then all of this stuff I'll pretty much just sell. So they don't like enter misc items, so that's the only item that I can't sell to them, but everything else is pretty much good. This bow is low tier, so I don't want that. So you pretty much just want to sell everything. You might want to think twice about selling thin items like thin shirts and thin pants, because those are the best items for temperature control. So you may want to keep those. Like hands down, like thin shirt and thin pants. Those are better than all of the items combined. Maybe not combined, but they're just better than all of the items or all of the clothing types. And there's like a temperature chart on the wiki probably, so you can like see the different stats of each clothed and like how much temperature tolerance it gives the disciple wearing it. Food, can I trade food for money? No. Material, see this is where I'm going to get rich, so that's why I made all of this black fabric. I'll do like 460, and then should I do marble? I don't know, I'm pretty rich right now. I'll just do the fabric since I pretty much got them all for free. So this is pretty much like the point where it's like, yay, I'm not like super duper poor anymore. I can afford some things. Iron bar, I don't anticipate like needing so many iron bars, so I'll just do like 200. I'm gonna be mad if like there's a case where I need iron bar. You don't really want to sell your brownstone because you need that for agencies. But greystone can go. Just want to put a high number so that it automatically does the max. Fabrics can go, and hide can go because the hide is really mainly made for creating clothes. So I'll be creating clothes out of like demon beast hide, so I definitely don't care too much about that hide. And then ideally you would just want 1,000 so you have enough materials for your mini universe. But anything over 1,000 spirit stone is like really good. So I really go for like 1,200 spirit stone when I do this trade, but obviously I'm just going like overboard. I want to keep my cinnabar. This gold table, I definitely want to sell this. Feces, I don't need that. What's this, an artifact? Nah, I'll keep those. Okay, I almost missed these 5 blades and this spear for some reason. Oh, the rebirth pill for sure. I don't use that. And pretty much with that, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm pretty rich. So right now I'll be getting 2,417 spirit stone, which is like basically like more than enough spirit stone. Like this is way more than the total amount that I would need for like a full run. Like I would say like for a full run you probably need like 1,000 spirit stone for your mini universe if you're playing on the difficulty where the mini universe costs extra. And then you just need like enough spirit stone so that your disciples can continuously eat spirit stone and use that for cultivation. So like 200, because one spirit stone lasts I think either 5 days or 2.5 days, so you don't need that much. So at this point I'm just being greedy, which is beautiful. And obviously I'm gonna get like way more than that, so now I can like buy things that I want. So I can get like the snake demon scale and the wolf demon fang. I do want this wolf demon fang like really bad though, because this is what's gonna give me some artifact power. And then you also need spirit stone to buy access into sects. So I'll use the spirit stone to buy access to this sect, because I need to go here to get the primordial symbols law. And then I know that I want to unlock those extra formation manuals, so get this one. I'm just spending money frivolously, I don't care. And what else will I need? Okay, right here, because I want to get the, this is a location where you can get some really good cultivation item. So let's do this. So now I'm like more than good for pretty much everything that I need. And I still have 1,600 more. So my spirit stone showed as me having less when I was trading, because that's just the spirit stone that's not in the trade area. So now I can delete these trade areas since I'm done with the merchant, which is perfect. Now let's check on my disciples, because it's been a while. Okay, I remember what I was doing before the merchant came. I was going to have this guy learn the talismans. Okay, so they did. So now I have this person draw some talismans. Spiritual traveling talismans are like really important throughout the game, and you'll always need them. So I have no problem with using my secret talisman to make some. And honestly, I should have just made 4, because I know that I'll need at least 4 for all of my disciples. So let me actually just use multiple operations. I got lucky enough to be able to have this many secret talismans. You won't always get this, but I had one of the sect leader, or one of the sects, sell me those Serenity Soul Gems, so I was just kind of lucky on that. So I'll just make some spiritual traveling and then some forest here so I can unlock locations faster. Then once I get the primordial symbols law, I'll be able to get the departing shadow talisman, which is really good too. I don't know why these guys are continuously in bad moods. Nightmare. I can't really control any of these. This is the only one that I kind of care about, because I want this one to be like my next disciple. So that's really the only one that I care about. So I'll have the spiritual traveling and then forest here talisman. And now I'll go to Mount Full Moon. But if I check this, I think it was like 0.8 to get there, and now it's 0.5 days, as you can see. And then if I do return to Taiyi, then that's 0.51 days. So that's a half a day to get there and back, which is really nice. As you can see, this guy is ready for thinking, and I missed that. Let's see. These guys are getting hurt. So this is what I'm talking about. Like these animals that join my sect can get hurt and like start to die close to the sect beast, and I don't want that. So let me assign all of these to this pasture. And then just check all of these notifications. I don't really care if these guys die, so it's whatever. I already talked to the merchant. This guy is already at peak cultivation. Okay, I have some spirit wood over here. So pretty much this is just a lot that you have to manage, and basically how to manage it if you are planning to raise animals. However, I'm in a pretty good spot. I have 4 cultivators that are almost ready to be golden core, and I'm only on day 21. And I'm not waiting for the season bonus, so this is good. This guy's in bad mood. I care about you, but not right now. So I really just had to work on this bear and this turtle. Or did I already do thinking prompt? Okay, yeah, he has food, so I really just have to check out the shards for this bear to see if they're ready. Okay. So first you want to scroll down just to see if you have 3 of anything, because it will say like think right here. And then you just want to work on anything else that you have. Pants, fog, doors, snow, wind, fog, ring, summer. Oh, I have 2 doors and I have 2 geogenesis, which is nice. So I'll just start off with these 2 doors. Or maybe the geogenesis. Hearing thunder. This is like one of my favorite ones. And then hearing wind, sleeping. I see a static right here, so maybe I'll just take one out and then put a static in there, because I do want that luck. Luck is always good, so if you can get that one, then go for it. But right now I think I'm just gonna have them do doors, and of course they're sleeping. These animals sleep for so long, it's so annoying. But yeah, let's see where these guys are at in terms of cultivating. They're not in a good spot. What's up with their mental? Okay, so their mood is okay. Their mood can go up to like 200, and that's what influences their mental state gain. I guess I just had to be patient and let the game run. Did this guy wake up? Oh, it looks like he did. And they're ready to think about doors. Perfect. Jeez, I'm getting so many bad things for my sect. Okay. So, I unlocked all of the 5 Taiyi laws now, which means that I can pretty much add these to the library, and then all of these manuals will be accessible to all of my disciples. So I'll be able to increase their mental state, their cultivation speed, their total mass chi by learning all of the different manuals from these laws. However, I can't do that with these tier 2 laws. So that's the only difference between different laws, is that you can't use the tier 2 manuals, but all the other ones are good. So I'm really looking forward to this. I just need to transcribe these laws and put them in the manual pavilion. So that's going to be a whole process, which is, I mean, it's not hard. So that's really good. And when you transcribe manuals, you get inspiration, and I want to spread out the inspiration evenly between my cultivators. So I think I'll just have all of them transcribed. So I'm just having Mao 2 pretty much just run out and do errands, since these guys, the rest of these guys are just like slow at cultivating. But since I have Mao 2 doing that, I will put the weakest link at the cultivation array that Mao 2 was at. Looks like it was Mao 3. So let's assign the middle cushion to Mao 3 actually, just so that they can go faster. So Mao 2 will go here to unlock rebuild agency. but they're just putting stuff over here. And then I'm just pretty much waiting for these guys to get there. Why is this guy sleeping though instead of cultivating? Yeah, don't do that. We do not have time for you to sleep. Yeah, I started watching them. I was like, nope, you cannot do that, please. Mile 3, what are you doing? Okay, your mental state is just bad, dude. Yeah, it's because their mood is so low. Okay, so they're hot, and the 5 elements are restraining each other. So I think they're just speaking about this and how there's a really strong wood element. So I probably should fix that too. So let me actually move this cushion. Sorry, Mile 3. Put it on high priority. Make this guy a builder instead so that he can move the building. And then I'm gonna take that that earth item that I had, the ultra essence, and put that there instead. So let's pick up this thing right here. So the ultra essence will probably spread out. I say probably because I don't know exactly, but it has a really high elemental emit, so it should be good enough. Let's see. To the wiki. So I'm on Ultra Essence wiki. As you can see, it has an element effect of 12 and a range of 5. So that's gonna really change up my cultivation array. So let's have this guy pick up that stone essence. Okay. They had the spirit dude equipped. I'll just have someone else equip it and hold it. Hold my spirit dude, please. And then have this guy pick up this middle tile stone essence. And then just I have to do some weird like pausing thing, because I want to drop it down in the middle, but okay. I'm just gonna hope that it goes in the middle when I drop it. Okay, discard. Cool, it went to the middle. Then I can move that. And then there's another bug with the game where it's like, as you can see, if you look to the bottom right of my game, like you can see that it says waiting, and it says 524. That's how many seconds that I have to wait. Or sorry, that's the chi gather. But I have to wait 5 days for it to gather chi because I swapped out an item. However, the game is bugged, and it's bugged so that like if you already had a tile wait those 5 days, then you just have to save and reload, and then the tile doesn't have to wait 5 days again. So pretty much like once you save and reload, the game forgets that a new item was placed down on that tile. So I'm just gonna do that so that I don't have to wait for that item to start having an effect on my array. And as you can see, I'm no longer says waiting, it's just gathering chi now. So I'm gonna move that cushion back over there. What is this guy doing? Oh, he's going to sleep. I'm sorry, dude, but you cannot sleep right now. So now let's see what the element is looking like for these guys. Okay, -2. Still not the best, but this should definitely be helping out. Let's see. Is there any way for me to check? Yeah. So this tile definitely has like more earth, but this spare wood is still like really strong. So I mean, it helped a little bit. So let's put this guy on practice and see where they go. Their mental state is still too low. That's okay. Okay, this guy reached the limit, which is perfect. Oh, maybe I was looking at something else. This guy reached the limit. Yeah, I want to break through. My food. Leave me alone, please. I'm just dealing with like notification hell over here. I'm not gonna lie. It's not fun. However, these are the things that you have to go through when you're playing the game, so yeah, that's okay. Just don't worry too much about it. Like honestly, once like your farm starts to work well, then you'll never have to worry about food ever again. So I'm pretty much just waiting for all of these to start growing or maturing and then growing and producing fruit. So let's check everything. This guy selects and work. I don't really care about that because I don't need them right now. This guy just reached the limit. That's cool. That's cool. These guys are in bad moods. Don't really care. And then I need to do thinking for these guys. But besides that, I do have the ruins of Taiyi, and then yeah, so I unlocked the ruins of Taiyi, and I have my disciples moving closer to becoming ready for their golden core breakthrough. And I have all these laws, so in the next run, hopefully these guys will get to be able to be ready for the golden core breakthrough, and then I'll unlock the dragon feces and collect primordial symbols law, and then get the divinity mind talisman from over here, and I'll show you guys how I do that. Pretty much just the next steps into basically like just having like a base foundation of what you need in terms of cultivation. So pretty much after day 21, when you get that event where you unlock all the other Taiyi laws, you want to just rush to golden core, and then for the merchant day 21, you just want to make sure you open enough boxes if you're on ancient battle forge, just like create enough things that you can sell to the merchant to have at least 1,200 spirit stone. So that's pretty much where I'm at, and thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you learned something from it.